Channel. My name is Toby Wonder. I am CEO and founder of Mainstream Academy, and basically, what I do with the brand is actually a new brand. As a matter of fact, I actually just put out this brand February 2022. It is just last month, so my brand is still very much a new brand, and what I intend to do with this brand is to educate people on mainstream activities. Basically, I know a lot of you are conversant with what crypto market has done in previous years, and currently it has actually been massive, it's been huge, it's been tremendous. It has in a way switched up people's perception of wealth acquisition, because a whole lot of people have made money, I mean clean cool money, from the crypto market. So basically the crypto market has actually done tremendous mainstream activity in our general society. So I want to use this opportunity to say I'll be teaching you guys basic, not just crypto actually, but mainstream activity as we move further with the brand. But for this particular lesson, I want to show you guys something very simple but sometimes can be complex. It's basically called support and resistance. Support and resistance zones are the key, at the core of forex trading and crypto trading, because if you understand a good support zone, you have a very stronghold on identifying where the market is going next from either of support or resistance zone. Okay, so I'll be showing you guys how to identify these zones in such a way that it plays the same role irrespective of the time frame that you are viewing the zones upon. Please understand this. It plays the same role irrespective of the time zone that you are viewing these support zones or resistance zones on. So without wasting your time, let's get to the bit of today. So now this is my chart, okay? And on my chart, I like to identify my bearish candles with the red color and identify my bullish candles with the green color. So anytime you see a green candle, it shows an upward movement, and anytime you see um a red candle, it signifies a downward movement. Okay, so without wasting your time, I want you guys to take note of this. My chart is on a weekly time frame. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, I like to deal with the most recent activities. So now let me take my trend line and let me identify my first support zone. I like to zoom in so that I can get like um the full activity. Okay, good. So now here, right here, let me bring this down a little bit. Okay, to make it touch. Good. Okay, to make it touch. Good. Now let's do my resistance zone. I will explain to you guys why these zones are this important to me. Okay, but let me draw them at first. Okay, beautiful. Alright, so this is my support and resistance zone on a weekly time frame. And I want to explain to you guys why these zones are actually so important to me. Now, this is the market. This is where the market started. Let me get the arrow so you guys can follow through with me. The market came all the way down here, hit the zone. The market went back here. There's a whole lot of movement that you can see, a lot of zigzag there, but I don't want to focus on that. I just want to focus on the zones. So the market came all the way down here again. It came all the way up there, and then the market came down to this point. You guys can see the market went up rapidly. Okay, came here. We had another movement all the way down to this point. Then we had this. I want you guys to pay attention to what this support zone is doing. You can see how strong this support zone has actually held the, the bearish trend from going beyond the zone. I hope you guys can see that magic. You can see that strength. Okay. Alright, so and then we have this. Okay, and then we have this. Okay, before finally we have currently the market is coming down bearish. Now you see this magic that just happened right here is a lot to make money from if you are a very calculated Forex trader. Now, see this movement. This movement started right here. It came down here. It came to this point. I would like to identify this point for you. No, I can't actually identify all this for you because there are too many touches very close to each other. But I like this four right here to signify the support zone. So here, I like to do this. Okay. All right. Let me use blue. Okay. Now let me do another one. I'm trying to show you guys what that support zone did. Okay. Okay. We have another one right here. Okay. We have another right here. Okay. There is a major disturbance currently at the resistance level. You can see all that touch. Okay. And then we had this here. Now, as you guys can see on my chart, clearly see on my chart, we had this support zone hold the bearish candle or the bearish market or the sellers from going beyond this level and then pushed it right up to this resistance point. Now we had this resistance doing a very good job, but obviously you can see the buyers are being forceful. The buyers in this market are being aggressive because they've been pulling the market down on different occasions, but however the support zone has held. This support zone has actually stopped this market from going beyond this level. We had another movement up there. It came back down. This support zone withstanded this hit again. It came back. Same thing here. And then we have the market go up. Then when the market came up here, it came down here, hit this zone, came down here, hit this zone again. And now we have the market coming down. Now I want you guys to understand that this support zone have actually proven to be very strong as well as the resistance. You understand? So now, as a good trader, you might actually want to project a downward trend. You can project this movement from this point up to this point. Yeah. However, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. So what do you want to do? You want to take profit right before it gets to this point. Now, I want you guys to also take a look at this zone right here. Okay, let me put this zone out for you guys. Let me paint this yellow. Okay, and let me drag this down a little bit. Okay, now this zone right here. There's a touch here, came down. There's a touch here, came down, touch here, came down, and then the market broke it. So if I was to trade this trend, I would like to take my profit at this zone. Yeah, I would like to do what? I would like to take profit at this zone. Take profit is identified as TP. So I would like to take profit at this zone. Okay, if I was to trade this trend, that means I'm going to do a sell order and take my profit here or lock my profit, either of the two. Now I want you guys to see this chart play out very nicely, very clean, very neat, very sleek. The market has actually held down. Suppose it has held down 1, 2, 3, 4 times. This has held down once, 2, 3, and then the market is coming back down. Okay. Now, how do you identify these zones on how do you see this particular zone still play out irrespective of the time frame? Is what I'm about to show you guys. Now this is a weekly time frame. Okay, if we go straight down to a daily and to a 4-hour or 1-hour time frame, you will still see these support zones doing their job perfectly fine. And now let me show you that. So on a daily time frame, this is what you get to see. Okay, and let me zoom out because so that you guys can get, this is a daily time frame, as you can see. Okay, now we have the same support zone still holding. Okay, but show you guys, it shows you guys a little bit of the movement. You understand? It shows you guys more of the movement, but this is it's still the same action. The support zone has held. So now let's go to a 4-hour time frame here. Okay, now let me zoom out so you guys can get the whole action. Okay, let me zoom out. Come on. Wow, let me zoom out. Wow. Okay, let me take this off. Fine. Let me take this off because I don't actually need that part. Wow. On the 4 hour time frame, it feels as if the chart is too big. But let me show you guys my support zone. Okay, here, this zone, this zone, this zone, and then this is the support, the resistance. Sorry, you can see. I wish I could zoom out a little bit more. Let me see if that's possible. There's no way. This is as the market come out. Okay, let me go. Okay, so the market won't let me show you guys the full action, obviously, because this chart is already getting too big. Okay, so let's go back to the daily time frame. Okay, let me show you guys the same action. So this is the action on the daily time frame, as you guys can see. Okay, and then it held. All the support zones are holding. Now, I wish there should be a way to check this on the phone, maybe on a mobile phone or on a different device, because it's looking as if it's too large for. Okay, it's not getting any smaller actually. Okay, so but you guys can see this zone right here. That's our support. That's our support zone. And then right here, let me zoom in. We have a resistance zone and a played out. Okay, played out. And now we have all these multiple touches. You can see this. You can see this. You can see this. They are all in that resistance zone. You can see all that action. You can see all that action. So even if you view this on, though I doubt if this chart will let us zoom out to see other action already. Okay, actually, it's not that bad. But you guys can see, wow, you guys can see this touch. You guys can see this touch. You guys can see all this action. You guys can see this touch. See this touch. You guys can see how strong this support zone is actually holding. You guys can see the resistance doing a good job there. Okay, there's still touch in this movement for the resistance zone. You guys can see that. So zooming in shows you the action from closer range, okay, than from viewing it from a weekly time frame and all. But I'd always advise that anytime you are ready to draw your support and resistance zone, always draw your zones from a weekly time frame at least, or from a 4 hour time frame. But do not draw your zones from a 5 hour, from a 5 minute or 30 minutes time frame, because at the end of the day, if you zoom out the charts, you might actually understand that the zone you are relying on is not actually a support zone, either is a resistance zone. Now I want you guys to also see this magic. This actually made the first touch came down, second touch came down, third touch came down. Okay, and then there's a little bit of trouble going on here, and then we continue this trend. Okay, so I have a feeling this market is going to come back down here and probably go back up. Okay, but if it doesn't go back up from here, then we expect it to touch this support zone again. So guys, this is basically how to identify support zone and make it work on all the time frame. So thank you so much for sticking around. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Once again, my name is Toby Wonder. You can follow me on IG, on Twitter at Toby Wonder. That's triple I then Wonder. So that's TOBIII and Wonder. So thank you guys. Hope to see you guys in my next